Hello. So we will be studying current affairs related to science and technology. So these are the contents. We'll be studying Methanol Economy, PSLV, KATRIN experiment, Atal tinkering labs, and few others. So this one is the first one. It's about methanol economy. So basically, uh, as a fuel, we use diesel and petrol. So on the other hand, methanol is a clean and cheap fuel. So Niti Aayog is preparing a roadmap so that we can use methanol as a fuel. And currently we import methanol from Iran and Saudi Arabia. So while we are preparing the roadmap, we have to import the methanol. So if we can produce it, our import bill will reduce. And very few alterations are required in the vehicles for methanol to be used. So I've already mentioned that methanol is a clean burning fuel and it causes less emissions such as sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide and particulate matter, what we call as PM 2.5 and PM 10. So what are the advantages of methanol? It can basically replace petrol and diesel. It is also scalable. The pollution from methanol is almost zero. And what we can do, that we can blend it with petrol. So suppose uh, petrol is 85% and methanol is 15%. So the beauty of methanol is we can produce methanol from CO2. And again, the CO2 will be produced when methanol is burned. The same CO2 can be used to make methanol again. So we can create into a loop and it really helps. So the next one is about PSLV. So as it is mentioned, it is a vehicle which is used to launch satellites. So it's very versatile and it can launch into different types of orbits. So such as it can carry out sun synchronous polar orbit, geosynchronous transfer orbit, and the last one is low inclination low earth orbit missions. So this is the first Indian vehicle to be equipped with liquid stages. The next one is GSLV, Geosynchronous Launch Vehicle, Mark 3. Mark 3 is the version. So basically, it's like Mark 1, Mark 2. This one is Mark 3. So it's a 3-stage heavy lift launch vehicle and it can carry 4-ton class of satellites when it is being launched into geosynchronous transfer orbit. However, it can carry more load when we will be launching in low Earth orbits. So it's a first fully functional rocket to be tested with cryogenic engine that uses liquid propellants. So cryogenic is basically the work which is done at very low temperatures. So we'll go to the next slide. It's about KATRIN experiment. So it is done to determine the mass of neutrino, which is universe lightest particle. So let's know a few things about neutrino. So it's evidently found. It's an elementary particle. It do not carry electrical or strong charges, and it participate in weak interaction. Next is about Atal tinkering labs. So uh, it comes under Atal Innovation Mission. So what we are trying to do over here is we are creating labs in schools. So 3,000 schools have been selected, and those schools will be given grant of rupees 20 lakh over the next 5 years. So 10 lakh is given to set up everything, and then the rest of the amount is given in the next 5 years according to the needs. So what is the vision? So India wants their children to be innovative, and the vision is to cultivate 1 million children in India as neoteric innovators. So this will be for class 6 to 10, and it will be done by in the government schools, local body, private trusts. So next thing is about Pinaka Rocket. It is developed by DRDO, and it is helpful in surgical strikes. Uh, at in 44 seconds, it can launch 12 rockets, and it has different modes. So we don't need to go into detail of this. And this is the second variant. So it is basically Pinaka Rocket Mark II, and it has a range of 75 kilometer. And we are trying to develop Mark III now with Israel's help, and it will be using trajectory correction system. It's a technology. Next one is artillery gun Dhanush. Dhanush is like Tir Dhanush. So what is it? It is a gun you can see over here, and it's a upgraded version of Bofors gun. Bofors gun was very famous in 1980s, and it's the measurement is given, which generally is not very important. The range, it can fire up to 40 kilometers, and it is developed by Ordnance Factory Board. So the next one is about recycling of solar panel. So as more and more solar panel are being created, so ultimately it doesn't work after 25 to 30 years. So we have to think about recycling. So one such plant has been set up in France. The city name is Rouge, and Violia, which is a company, it signed a contract with a recycling group, which is PV Cycle. So that is all about solar panel recycling plant. Next one is about ISRO is planning to mine the moon. This is moon and they want to mine it. So what they are looking for? They are looking for helium-3. Why helium-3? It can basically meet Earth's energy needs. We all need energy, and it is worth trillions of dollars, and it's not radioactive. Hence, uh, it basically it will not pollute the environment to the degree which radioactive material does. So what are the challenges? So challenges is like how to bring it, how to mine, and no international treaty is there. What can be kept after mining? So we go to Chandrayaan 2, which will be used for that. So there are three parts. There is rover, there is orbit craft, and lander craft. So orbit will move around moon orbiter, and lander will land on the moon. And this is the rover, you can see, and it will come down, and this is the rover, and it will move on the surface of the moon. So it will collect data and send pictures to the earth. So the planning is to be launched by GSLV Mark II. So the last one is about Statistics Day, and we celebrate PC Mahalanobis birthday as Statistics Day. So 29 June becomes Statistics Day, and it was his 125th birth anniversary. So two coins were released, one 25 rupees and 5 rupees. This one we can use. This one is commemorative coin, and the objective to celebrate Statistics Day is to understand the importance of statistics. So when we make planning, we need to have data, we need to have numbers, and this helps immensely in making government programs. So Indian Statistical Institute in Kolkata was set up by him in 1931, and this 29th June is celebrated as Workers' Day by Indian Statistical Institute. That is it from now. Thank you so much.